everybody, it's Heather with Diamonds and Dragonflies and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I am so glad that you have found me. And if you are returning, welcome back. I am here today with a post review for my mystery kit. Yep, I finished mystery kit number 2 for this year. And guys, I'm going to pause just 1 second here. I don't know what's going on, but the camera keeps moving. So I have to deal with the poltergeist. I'll be right back. Okay, poltergeist has been exorcised out of the house. So getting back to what I was saying, I finished my second mystery kit, guys. So if you have been following my channel, you'll know that in January, I started a Mystery Mania event for my Patreons. My Patreon is known as the Diamond Tribe. They are paid members that help support the channel. They help me to be able to buy stuff from small shops, to be able to buy prizes to give away. And we had been talking last year about how a bunch of us had mystery kits and we never work on them because one, they seem like they're a little intimidating. And 2, because 99% of events do not allow you to do a mystery kit. The only 2 that I am aware of that do allow you to do a mystery kit as an entry is the Spangler and the Lorenz event. There might be more. I'm just not aware of them. And with those events, you can't post your progress. You just email it to the event host, and she gives you credit for doing your progress for that week. Well, we all talked about it, and I asked, hey, do you guys want to have me run an event in the Patreon? One of the number 1 things with it is that you have to be okay with knowing what images are, because I wasn't going to do the whole, oh, well, we're going to keep everything secret. However, we decided to make it a little challenging and just shake things up a little bit and do the event differently in terms of how you work your canvas. So in this event, you will remove, you buy your diamond painting. It does not have to be a DAC mystery kit. It can be a mystery kit from any company. Dreamer Design, Mystical Dream Diamonds, Jaded Gem Shop, the one with the diamond art, any company that sells a mystery kit. A mystery kit is just that. It is a kit that you do not know what the artwork is. There is no thumbnail of the image. There is no image on the box of the kit or anything, such as this. This is a Diamond Art Club one, and this is the information I was provided. I was provided that the artist is Bonnie White, and I was provided with the fact that the theme was Halloween. That is all I knew about this particular kit. When you get the kit, if it is a Diamond Art Club kit, I have never done a mystery from anybody else, so I cannot speak to how their canvases are. But Diamond Art Club mystery kits, at least the more recent ones, they only have black, white, light blue, and like a peachy kind of color background of the symbols. All of the symbols are in black. But the background is either white, light blue, peachy, or is that it? Oh, and a yellow. So it helps you not be able to make out the image. They used to just be black and white, but people were able to start pulling out the image better. So they went with the 3 colors, which mixes it up quite a bit. We pull off the plastic cover and we cover the entire canvas with release papers. Now you could use any release papers, but Sabrina of Bee's Crafty Corner is a member of the Diamond Tribe. And we designed, this was our logo, and she designed release papers for the Mystery Mania that are numbered. So we bought, a lot of us purchased the special papers, we numbered them, and then we spread them all over the canvas, covering the full canvas, but no consecutive numbers could be side by side. So if those numbers were next to each other in counting, they couldn't touch north, south, east, or west. So every Friday night / Saturday morning, new kit numbers for the week are drawn. Those numbers are the only sections you can work in the next 7 days on your kit. Midnight Eastern Standard Time on Friday nights is when the post gets turned off for the week, and whatever you got done, you got done. This was meant to be a long-term project that you work in the background of working on your regular kits. Well, by the 3rd month of working on it, everyone was like, Heather, can we keep doing this? Can we make this ongoing? And I was like, you know what? I got 13 mystery kits. Let's go for it. So this is actually my 2nd completion. And next week, you should hopefully see an unboxing and kit up of my new project that I'm hoping will take me through the end of the year, possibly into the beginning of 2026. But that is how Mystery Mania works. You get credit every week for doing at least one section. You don't have to do all 5 or 4 or however many are drawn. You don't have to do all of them. You just have to do one a week to be entered into the monthly prize. And then I give away 3 prizes at the end of every month. And they're nice prizes, guys. One of the prizes that we've been giving away every other month is the Mystery Mania trinket tray that WendyK Designs designed for this event. Just so as an FYI, we have decided to change the color for 2026 to be able to separate them. So there will be a new trinket tray for 2026 in a brand new color. There will be new release papers in the new color. And we are going to have a new Mystery Mania tray. Currently, Art de Nicole was kind enough to produce a tray for us to purchase. But unfortunately, they're not always the most affordable option for Canadians. And I have a lot of Canadians in my group. So Joni, owner of Créations Morin, she is a member of my Diamond Tribe as well. And she was kind enough to design a new tray for us for next year. I can't wait to see it. How can you participate in Mystery Mania? Because you're like, I have mystery kits and that's right up my alley. All you need to do is become a paid member of my Patreon, either the $5 tier or the $10 tier. Both of them give you access to the Facebook group and the ability to participate in the tribe, in the event. And guys, just ask any of my members and they will tell you how amazing it is and how great it is. So I hope that a lot of people might consider joining us next year. You can join now. You can start your kit at any time. There is no set start time or anything like that. You can start at any time. It just has to be a new start. If you have a mystery kit that you've already started, you can contact me. In some instances, I'm willing to allow it to continue, but just let me know because we want to get them done. And we're having a lot of fun doing it, guys. So without any more introduction, let's talk about Mystery Mania Kit 61. So this is Kit 61. It is a Bonnie White, and it was a Halloween theme. I kitted this up into Elizabeth Ward. If you follow me, you know I love kitting up into trays. You might be like, oh my gosh, Heather, what is this voodoo magic? Well, the voodoo magic is I knew that this was going to be a long-term project, so I didn't want to tie up trays for that long. So I am working out of Elizabeth Ward's for all of my mystery kits. If you watched any of the videos that I posted for my first one, which was the Molly Harrison, it was kit number 51, then you would know that I did that one in Elizabeth Ward trays as well. So I will be continuing that. That's not going to change for my 3rd mystery kit for this year. So I started my first one the very beginning of January, and I finished it the end of May. This one I started the beginning of June, and now I have finished it 2 weeks or a week and a half before the end of September. So I'm super excited. They were both essentially the same size. So I'm really stoked and really excited to show this to you guys. I absolutely adored working on this kit, and I will explain to you why. But let's first talk about the drills. So I kitted up into the Elizabeth Ward. We have the drills here, and all of the stickers are just black and white. There's no color on any of the stickers. Now, one of the things that I want to point out is that that is not the case on the mystery kit. So the mystery kit, that same symbol. So for example, this black box, this might have a white background. It might have a blue background. It might have a peach background. It might have a yellow background. The background doesn't matter. The color of the background on the kit makes no difference whatsoever. That is one of the hardest things for people to get over when working on a mystery kit. You just want to focus on the symbol itself, okay? The background color of the square on your canvas does not matter in the slightest. So just stay focused on that. It was a little difficult when I first started. The first square of my original kit, I was kind of like, oh my God, my brain cannot think this way. What am I going to do? I powered through, and by the time I got to the third square, it was old hat. And now I have no problem bouncing back and forth from a regular canvas to a mystery kit canvas. No issues whatsoever doing that. So that is something to keep in mind if you have struggled in the past. Just push through. You can do it. I have faith in you. So I had plenty of drills left over. So as you can see, like in this big one, there's plenty of drills in there. There were a few colors, like this one. There's not a lot in there. I started to get a little nervous at the end of some of these. Where's that one? Here it is. I was a little scared. There was only 6 drills of this color left. And I was like, am I going to make this through? I didn't run out of any colors, guys. Didn't run out of any colors whatsoever. I have plenty left over of all the drill colors. Now, did it come with specialty drills? Yes, it did. And I don't kit up in DMC order or symbol order or anything else. I guess you could say I kit up by size. So let me grab the specialty drills out of here real quick. Is it just these? That doesn't seem right. Oh, that's right. This was before this kit came out or was made. Back when they were still doing the under 150 is ABs for DAC. Because I'm like, I know there were ABs in here. Where did they go? Now, I don't do any additional enhancement with this type of kit because it's kind of hard to do that. Because you can't see it. So you don't know where everything's going to be or what they're going to be looking at. This had 3 fairy dust. So we have this orangey color. This was found... well, I'll show you where it was found at when we flip it over. But this was $7.20, the $ symbol. We also had $5.97, the lowercase n, and there's a ton of these. So I've got a lot of those that I could use in another kit. And then we had $38.56, which is like this creamy peach, like kind of flesh tone color. And there's a lot of that left over too. AB-wise, we had $119, which was a purple. So we've got the purple in there. And then 141, which was that 5200, and that's the white. So 2 ABs and 3 fairy dust in this kit. Had plenty left over. Now, trash. I'm going to open up a tray here real quick. This is what I kept my trash in. And this is all the trash for this kit. Come on, you can come off of there. All right, so this was my trash. Sorry, there was some putty, I think, that got stuck to some. I don't think this is terrible. Yes, it looks like quite a bit, but this is a really large kit, guys. This isn't a lot of trash, guys, considering that this kit has 101,441 drills. This isn't even 200, not even 200 drills in here. A lot of this is just little groups that aren't even, let me scooch in some, like this, that aren't even drills. There is a few, let me see. I'm looking to see if I can find one. Okay, right here. This one had the pin prick. There we go. Pin prick in the top of them. There were a few that were like that. There are some like this one that's missing an entire chunk of the drill, and others had a little tabs or whatnot. But as you can see, there's not even a lot of any one, sorry, there's putty in here. There's not even one of a specific color or anything. And some of this trash is when I find like a loose drill laying on my canvas, I pick it up and I put it in my trash pot. So not all of these drills even have anything wrong with them. So no complaints whatsoever. There's less than 200 drills here, and out of 101,441, I think that's pretty good odds, especially considering how much I have left. There are so many leftover drills of 90% of the colors that it's not that big a deal at all to have that little. I mean, I think that's a really small amount, you know, of drills. That's like 2,000% of drills. I mean, it's so tiny, the number of drills that in this kit. All right, let's grab the Bible and let's see if there's anything I forgot to tell you before we flip the image over. So this is kit number 41 for the year, and it is my 107th kit since January of 2024. I have done more kits than that, but I didn't start keeping a logbook or tracking any of the kits that I did from 2021 to through 2023. So January of 2024 is when I started counting. So that's what I use that number for. It is a Bonnie White mystery kit, Halloween theme. The only event I used this for was Mystery Mania. This kit is 89.9 centimeters by 69.9 centimeters. Now, I wanted to compare that to my first mystery kit of the year. Okay, so my first mystery kit was 70 by 82. And this one is 69.9, so that's essentially the 70. But this one was 89.9 centimeters versus the 82 centimeters of my first mystery kit. This one, however, only had 53 colors. My first mystery kit had 72. That one had 3 ABs and 2 fairy dust, whereas this one had 3 fairy dust and 2 ABs. I started this one on May 31st of this year, and I finished it on September 19th of this year. I think that's a really good time frame because, like I said, I could only do so many squares a week based on what numbers were drawn. So at most, I think I could do 5 squares a week. I had mine divided into 5 by 4 inch release papers, and I had 52 sections. So to do 52 sections in the course of, let's see, May to the end of June, to the end of July, to the end of August, to halfway through 3.5 months, that I think is pretty good, especially considering, guys, you know how many other whips I'm working on. But I got this finished this month. I loved everything about this kit. I can't wait to flip it over and show you guys. So I'm going to go and clean all this up and put this stuff out of the way. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to show it to you. So guys, take this couple seconds if you want to turn this off. If you don't want to see what the image looks like, I will not be offended. Just skip ahead like 10, 15 minutes, and then you can come back in if you want. So I hope you stay and I hope you enjoy what you see. I'll be right back. All right, guys, here she is. Isn't she beautiful? Obviously, she is way too big. I cannot get all of her on here. So I am going to go and do a pan over, and then I will insert a picture, and then we're going to deep dive into this kit. So stay tuned and enjoy the music while you watch the pan over. Guys, she's so beautiful. If you are a fan of Bonnie White's artwork, you will absolutely love this kit. Obviously, it was a mystery kit, so it is discontinued. I don't know that I've seen any on destashes, but somebody somewhere out there probably has one they're willing to destash, so don't lose faith. One of the things that made this kit so amazing was that with the whole thing being covered in release papers, every time I opened a square, I had no idea what I was going to find inside. So even the sky pictures, for the most part, my sky sections. So I start over here, and when I open this one, I've got part of the tree in it. So I've got stars and I've got tree. Then my next section over here, I had part of a bat. Then the next section, I had more of a bat. Then the next section, I had some of the moon. Here, more bats. This last square, this was one of the last squares I did that only had nothing but stars and sky. Because then over here on the other side, I've got trees again. I had the chimney smoke being part of a section when I opened it. The whole moon, all of the little pieces of reeds in the background of the hills. We've got the smoke coming out of this one. There's ABs in the smoke of both of the smokes. All of the stars were ABs. All of the smoke coming out of the chimneys was all ABs. You've got the little houses in different sizes. The perspective was completely on par. We've got a church over here in the distance. The one fairy dust, the 720, was in all of the pumpkins. All of these little pumpkins had that in there. We come over here and we've got a dog sitting here. There's a horse to be the headless horseman here. I had the lamppost was one of the first sections that I uncovered. I opened it and did it, and there was part of the lamppost. You've got the witch coming out of this huge building here. You've got the older sister or mother taking her children trick-or-treating. We've got cauldrons, or two witches making a brewing something in their cauldron. We've got cats sitting up here. These were jack-o'-lanterns down at the bottom here, and the faces were all fairy dust as well. Here's someone dressed as a ghost, but is she dressed as a ghost? Because she has no feet. So I'm thinking that, oh, well, I'm going with you because she's not holding her hand, but she's got her hand on the shoulder of this little kid. And then all of them in their costumes. We've got another dog here. We've got a cat here. We've got a Burmese mountain dog here, which I loved. We have a horse rider with the main rider has a pennant or flag, and then she's holding what I'm thinking is a cat face balloon. The walls, the picket, the wrought iron fencing, all of the details were just amazing in this kit. We had ABs in the framework of the house. There's fairy dust in the eaves and the roofing of the big house. There's some of that over in the witch's dress. There was some of the fairy dust down here in some of these pieces and parts. Every section that I opened was a new mystery within a mystery. Every section had something new to unveil. I don't think I have ever enjoyed a kit as much as I did this one. And just by happenstance, the Sleepy Hollow sign was the last section that was drawn that I worked on. I had this part, the little like legs of it, had been done, but literally that was the end of the section. This whole sign was in my very last section. I was like, are you kidding me? It says Sleepy Hollow. Because I didn't bother. I do belong to the DIC mystery group. I did not bother to go and look this one up. You had me with Bonnie White Halloween. I am a huge Bonnie White fan. I have another Bonnie White kit that I am working on, Ghostly Goodnight, right now as well. And so I knew I was going to love it. I knew what the style was going to be and that I was going to absolutely love this kit. So I didn't need to know what it looked like ahead of time. So I had no idea that it had this sign in it. I had no idea about any of these features. And it was so amazing to open each individual section and find out what is going to be in this section. And pretty much every section had something, even if it was just a cluster of stars. But there was something in every section. No color blocking. The most color blocking was up in the sky. But guys, look at this. It's not like it was huge amounts. It was small areas and sections of color blocking. It was mostly line blocking and confetti. What's line blocking? This is line blocking. When you have multiple or long rows of the same color together. So there were areas, a lot of areas of line blocking, a lot of areas of confetti, which is when you change your color in your tray, or you're constantly pulling out different trays for colors depending on how you kit up. But it wasn't overwhelming. It wasn't huge, massive, like J-Wall style, Josephine Wall style confetti. It was perfect. This kit is so pretty. I cannot wait to take it to Hobby Lobby and have it framed, because it is going to get framed to hang over my mantle during the Halloween season. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get it framed this year, but it will definitely be ready for next year. I absolutely loved it. A+, 100%, no complaints whatsoever on this kit. No gapping, minimal trash, great drills, beautiful artwork, lovely rendering. It's perfect. It is absolutely perfect. Well, guys, thank you for joining me today. I hope you decide, if you have not already, to subscribe to my channel, because guess what? It's time to kit up number 3. So I can't wait to share with you the next kit that I am going to be working on for Mystery Mania. And let's see how long it takes me to get through that one. Will the spins of the wheel be ever in my favor? Or am I going to be screwed and be working on it for 9 months? Who knows? But I know that I'm going to enjoy every single second of it, because I always, every week, looked forward to doing my sections on my mystery kit. As always, guys, please don't ever forget that without the darkness, we'd never get to see the stars. And Bonnie White proved that. Without it being dark, we'd never have all these stars. So guys, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, leave me a comment. Do you have this kit? Are you excited to see what I'm doing next? And always remember to be kind to your neighbor. You never know what someone else is going through. I love you all, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye, guys.